Right, so today I'm going to fix up one of my old mountain bikes, get it rolling at least, and take it on a ride that I'd normally take my gravel bike on and see how it compares. So I've sworn myself off anything like full-on technical mountain biking, but yeah, mixture of road, mixture of off-road, and so we'll see how we go. There's the bike in question, my old 456. I'm going to swap out the front tyre for the same as at the back, the Kenda slant 6s. Roll a bit quicker. Obviously put some pedals on it. The gears are pretty hammered, but they work well enough for what we want to do. I think the chain's got about 5 quick links in it, but again it'll work, not going far. And we'll drop the forks down to 80mm and get going. So I'm basically going to do a ride I did yesterday, but I'm going to do it in reverse. So should give me a good idea how it compares. Already feels mega draggy on the road. I kind of wish I bothered to swap that front tyre out, but there you go. Okay, so this is the first climb up Shady Grove. Obviously got a bit lower gearing on the mountain bike, so that makes things a bit easier. And obviously massive tyres, so yeah, got some random squeak on the go. I can't figure out what that is, but never mind. Alright, back on the road. One thing I noticed is these are hydraulic discs on this, and good ones, so the braking's amazing. Got an aero on the riser bars. Okay, back off road. I'm liking having the slightly lower gears. Been out, this is the third day in a row, so legs are a little bit tired. Yeah, done about 3 or 4k of road, which is tolerable, but obviously not as good as on the gravel bike. Got for a load of horse crap. Just juice up the tyre a bit. So going up here, you've seen this before in other videos, and then a bit of a zigzag route, keep off the road, and then a slightly technical bit, well, as technical as we're going to get today anyway, where it's quite scary on the gravel bike, but on the mountain bike barely notice it. Climbing. The gears are working surprisingly good considering I've neglected them for about 2 years. You do have to change 2 down and 1 back up sometimes, but all things considered, that's pretty good. Right, roadie section. There's a chap up in front, but I'm not going to try and keep up with him. Right, that's steep section now, or coming up to a steep section. So this is where it gets a bit hairy on the gravel bike. On the mountain bike it won't be a problem at all. It's good fun. Obviously a bit draggy on the road, but you know, cross-country bike would be a more appropriate comparison, but I haven't got one. This is the closest I got. So it's fairly slack, fairly heavy, not particularly forgiving, but there you go. Right, let's get on with it. Unsurprisingly, this is faster on the mountain bike, but even with the saddle up. I don't really have to pick my line on this stuff, just smash through it. Section was on me Dawn gravel bike ride video. Again, I can just smash through everything. Quite fun. It's actually not too bad, this bit on the gravel bike, although there's a few roots. It's there's not too many bumps close together, so not too bad. But, obviously on this I can just straight line everything. Well, that was a good laugh. This reminded me of what a good handling bike this is. But yeah, nearly about halfway round now, so but it's still got some rougher bits coming up, but a bit of a roady blast at the end of this, which is going to be a bit of a drag. There you go. Roady blast again. Right hand turn here, I think. I've only... Yes. Oh, this climb's a bit of a pain. Yeah, definitely easier on the gravel bike. It's long and steepens towards the end. I wish I didn't have the suspension fault, but it's doing it anyway. Alright, got a relatively steep, techie climb now. No worries. This bit yesterday was really rough on the gravel bike. There's lots of washboardy stuff from the tractor tyres, and then it's dried out. So I can feel it on this, but nowhere near as bad. And just mainly because of the fat tyres, really. Yeah, it's like day and night. But there you go. Only a few more k, about another 7k to go, or something like that. Anyway, not too far. Bit of semi-techie, rutty stuff on a byway where 4x4s have been, and then a bit of road, and then a bit of just plain old gravel. So yeah, good to get out again. I think it's going to rain the rest of the week, so whew. And it appears I've got a bit of a slow puncher on the front. So I'll give that a bit of juice. Almost came off turning on the road, it sort of tucked under. A bit over hard, but I only need it to last another 20 minutes or so. Right, onto the 4x4 byway. Example of the ruts. They're about a foot deep or a bit more. I did manage to get pretty much all the way down here without dabbing on the gravel bike, but obviously easier on the mountain bike. Oh my word! Oh, that was close. Branch almost pushed me off. Success! Alright, so I reckon probably a good compromise for sort of 50-50, yeah, on-road, off-road riding is maybe a fatter tired gravel bike, or yeah, monster cross bike. For me personally, because it's not just like forest roads here, it's a little, you know, it's not technical single track, but it's rough. But I've had fun on the old 26-inch hardcore hardtail. Yeah, a bit of a slog on the road, but it's been still a blast everywhere else. It gets rough, just hammer it. So I think if you've got a mountain bike and you want to try sort of gravel on and off-road riding, just put some fast cross-country tyres on your mountain bike and see how you go with that. But I think for me it's probably worth getting a fatter tired kind of gravel bike, monster cross bike, because I can only put 38s in the Quad de Fur. Whoop. Yeah, these slant sixes are pretty quick, but I mean you can get quicker cross-country tyres than that. It's how far do you go, isn't it? It's how, if I was going to do a dedicated cross-country mountain bike ride, then obviously mountain bike's the way to go. If it's 50-50, then I think gravel bike, monster cross bike is the way to go. Decisions. Let's crack on before this front tyre goes down again. So like this section, it's not technical, but it is quite rough. You know, rougher than your typical kind of forest road. It's still totally doable on the gravel bike, you just have to rein it in a bit. As the term underbiking is applied, so you have to pick your line a bit more and ride within the limits of the equipment. So I almost just ran into a deer. I thought that's a bit big for a pheasant. But yeah, basically I'm contemplating whether to get a new gravel bike or get a cross-country mountain bike. But so this is half the purpose of this ride. Now it's a bit of a roady climb and then cruise back on the old railway line. Whew, getting hungry as well. Another road climb. Gravel bit, actual gravel track home. So I reckon I'll leave that here, otherwise I'll be gathering on all day about bikes.